What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JJ, back at it again. We're riding with the Rutledges. I'm currently sitting outside of the Sprint store. This is actually right around the corner from AGS1 and AGS5. If you're familiar with the Appleton area, you know what I'm talking about. Just seeing if anything pops up on the load board here. I've only been out here for about 30 minutes now, but usually during the weekday, you can catch about 2 or 3 loads that pop up a day. That's not currently on your load board, and paying about $600-700, sometimes $800 to $900 for only about 180 miles of driving. So, hopefully I can take advantage of one of those today. So if I cut this camera off, it's because I'm headed out to go do one of those. I actually missed out on one yesterday because Kayla, my wife, was getting her nails done, and I had to watch the boys. And my parents were actually busy doing something else, so I couldn't take advantage of that one. So I missed out on that good one, but it's all good because you're usually able to take advantage of those, a few times throughout the week. So while I'm here at the store waiting on that, I figured I would just answer a couple questions that you all have asked me multiple times, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, or like via email. So I want to go ahead and answer a few of these questions for you. Let's see. First question is, how often does Amazon pay? So there's 2 answers to that, actually. The first answer is once a week. The pay period is between Sunday through Saturday at 11:59 p.m. All right. So whatever work you've done throughout that week at between Saturday and Sunday, hey, they'll pay you the following Friday, okay? And part 2 of that is they could possibly pay you the next day, but usually that only happens if the load has one of those lightning bolts right next to it. That means it's 1 day pay or next day pay. And also, if you do a postal truck order, and your postal truck order clicks, then they pay you the next day as well. So there's the answer for that. Next question, probably my favorite question so far, is there anything that you don't like about Amazon? I'll say there's like little things here and there, like maybe the fact that they don't give you any type of training before you go on Amazon, which is the reason why you need a mentor in this, or watch these YouTube videos, that type of thing, because Amazon just expects you to know what to do when you get there. All right, that's literally it. They will not walk you through it. There is no they have like little training videos on their little portal when you log into the Amazon Relay app, but none of which tells you anything about how to complete a load, how to drop off a load, what to expect when you get to your destination, that type thing. So it's always good to get a mentor so you can learn what to expect when the unexpected happens, right? I think the biggest thing Amazon could do better, or that I don't like, would be the fact that Amazon isn't just it's not equal all across the board. What I mean by that is it's not the same. Like, every Amazon is not the same. Sorry, I'm out here making sure my save searches pop up on time on my Relay app here. But so what I mean by that is, look, certain Amazons, right? Usually, I believe if you have a number 1 in the Amazon location, that those are the locations where you don't need a badge. You just go in and they'll tell you what dock door to go to. You back up, and once you get inside, there'll be like a cage that you get inside. All right, and once you get inside that cage, someone will come in, let you in, and they'll walk you over to your dock door. And the majority of the time that I've had to do this, they'll walk me in. I get to my dock door. They lift the door up for me, but then I do everything else. Like, I lift the ramp up, I lift my door up. They bring the pallets to me, and I load my truck, right? However, there have been a few locations that I get to where once I get to the cage, that's all I do. I hand them my key. They make sure that I've chocked my wheels, and that means, you'll see there's like this little stopper that you put on your rear and front wheels. and you hand them your key. They do all the loading and unloading for you. This has happened to me multiple times, right? And I'm like, okay, wow. And then there's also some locations where once you back up to your dock door, you don't get out your car. I mean, you don't get out your truck. So they'll come to your truck, they'll come grab your key, they'll do everything for you, all the loading, all the unloading, and they'll bring your key back to you when you're done. Then there's also some locations, your regular locations, where you'll get to Amazon, and as far as the scanning goes, like if you go back to my how to run a successful Amazon relay load, right? If you go back to that video, you'll see that I showed you that you'll have to scan all of your barcodes, right? So if you look at my video, you'll believe that all of your boxes are always going to either be on a pallet or in one of the gaylords. The gaylord is one of those big cardboard boxes, or in one of the cages. That's not the case. Sometimes they'll have these pallets where it's nothing but random boxes. You got to sort through them to see which goes to what city. All right. And you could have, depending on what day it is, I guess, you could have another 15 to 20 scans just sitting on those pallets, and you have to sort through them. That would be the only thing I don't like about Amazon. I wish they would just have a universal system that we could use to, simplify the process for us drivers, because, everybody's on a time schedule. Like, we're on a time schedule, Amazon's on a time schedule, and if they just had something universal, it would help everybody out. So there's that. So let's see here. Next question is, why would Amazon deny your application? So the answer to that question is there is no direct answer. All right. So I've talked with a few people who have gotten denied, and they believe that the reason why they didn't get denied, they got denied, was because of the insurance. And then when they tell me what type of insurance they had, I'm like, no, there's no reason why you've gotten denied for your insurance, because you've got the exact same insurance I've got. All of their stats meet everything that I've got, and they still got denied. So, truth be told, if you want my personal opinion on what I think happens when you get denied, I think it's random. I think it's just a way that Amazon sets their algorithm up to control how many trucking businesses that they have operating for them at one time. I think once they feel like they get to a certain number, they maybe deny, I don't know, maybe 1,000 applications just to balance everything out, right? I don't know, but that would be my best guess. So unfortunately, I don't have a direct answer for you, but hopefully that can give you some clarity as to why they do it. Truth is, no one really knows. All right. Let's see here. Next question is, would a woman have a hard time moving the pallets at Amazon? No. I think, there are certain pallets that are a little heavy, but once you get a little practice around that pallet jack, you won't have that much trouble. All right. That takes a lot of the pressure off of doing it. And if there's ever a moment that you feel like you may need some assistance, this is male or female, feel free to ask somebody to the left or right of you. All right. In the box truck community, man, I don't think there's any room for us to have the big head or feel like we're better than anybody else. If you see somebody that needs help, hey man, offer them a hand. But back to answer the main question, no, you shouldn't have any issues moving those pallets. I would recommend in the beginning, at least maybe having someone with you. Like I said, it's male or female, because at some of these post office locations, you'll see you may have to use your lift gate because your dock height truck is too tall for the little elevator ramp thing that they have at the post office. Like some of these, I think it's in Salem, South Carolina. I believe it's Salem, South Carolina specifically. If you ever pick that load up, you'll see. If you've ever done that load, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like the roof is too low and the ramp doesn't go high enough in order to reach the truck. So you have to use your pallet jack. Your lift gate in order to roll off onto their ramp or onto their dock. So just be aware of that. But other than that, you shouldn't have any problems. To piggyback off of that last question, someone asked, or multiple people have asked, why does my truck need to be dock height? Not to sound like a jerk, it just has to. You know what I mean? It just has to. When you go to these different Amazon locations, no one's going to be wanting to have to make an adjustment because your truck is lower than it needs to be. This is the reason why you can't use a U-Haul to do Amazon, or when you go over the road, you can't use a U-Haul truck to do these deliveries, all right? Because when you get back up to these docks, it's not going to be tall enough, all right? And no one wants those problems, all right? No one wants to deal with that, and that's just what it is when it comes to the trucking industry, all right? Get you a dock height truck. It'll save you a bunch of headache, and you'll be able to make more money that way, all right? I've been in Amazon one time where a guy had a 26-foot truck. It wasn't a U-Haul, but it wasn't dock height either. He backed up to the dock, thought he could make something happen. Hey, look, man, Amazon came over there with the safety guys and shut him down instantly. All right, they sent that man packing. I don't know where he went after that, but I know he didn't carry that load that day. So get you a dock height truck. It'll save you some headache. All right. Next question is, do you have a dispatcher? Yes, and we're actually going to begin working with our dispatcher. Found me a good one. We spoke on the phone a couple times. About to give him a call here probably either today or tomorrow to get it set up so we can get ready and rolling on the road for us to go OTR for the first time on this coming Monday. We were discussing on the phone that when it comes to going OTR, he was mentioning that, hey, it's best to start, that first week of April, and then we can kill it all the way up until, the December time frame. And, when those slow seasons come, January, February, March, he was like, when you kill it from April to December, you can, dial back a little bit in January, February, March, and not be worried about the slow season, right? So I'm looking forward to working with them, and we'll be taking advantage of all their expertise, and I'm just ready to kill it, man. I'm ready to crush it. If it goes well, I'll discuss with them whether or not they want me to actually put their name out there or not, because you don't want to get people bombarded with questions asking, hey, can you dispatch me, that type of thing. So as that progresses, if they want me to go ahead and say their name, I'll be sure to put them out there. All right. Next question is, will you be offering mentorship / ride-alongs? This is probably my number one asked question, right? And the answer is yes. My thing is this, I didn't want to jump into like the whole mentorship, ride-along thing, and I'm out here misguiding people. I don't want to misguide anybody. I want to actually know what I'm talking about when it comes to mentorship and ride-alongs. And right now, when it comes to the mentorship, it will be specifically about people who want to get into the Amazon relay aspect. All right. Now, as I grow and as I learn more about OTR, especially as I get with the dispatcher, I'll be able to expand what I'm able to talk about. But right now, it would just be specifically about Amazon relay. If we're offering mentorship and ride-alongs, especially if you're in the Appleton area, man, be sure to tap in with me on that. Feel free to reach out and inquire about that, because we'll be getting that started, like I said. As far as like pricing on that, that'll come out at a later date, but it will be priced to it's priced to appeal to the everyday person, right? Like it's priced for somebody like me. All right, you may not be in the box truck industry yet, but it's something that you're interested in. You might be local or willing to drive up here. And look here, man, I want you to get the best bang for your buck. I don't want you to leave here feeling like, man, that was a waste of money, or I don't feel like you learned anything. Now, I need you to learn something when you come around, come on board with me, right? I want you to learn something. I want you to feel like, man, he should have charged me a lot more for that information, because I'm gonna give it all to you. All right, I'm gonna give you everything that I could possibly know. Any question that you need answered, I'm going to answer it during that whole entire process. So be on the lookout for that. I look forward to working with you all. My wife will tell you, man, I've called myself for years. I always call myself a man of the people. You know what I mean? So we'll I look forward to that, man. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I want to make it fun, and I'm willing to teach you everything that I've learned and continue to teach you anything that I continue to learn. So there's that. Here's a funny question. I've gotten this quite a few times, so I think people just be joking, but I'll answer it anyway. I think the next question is like, why are you so positive all the time? Hey, look, man. Life is hard, bro. You know, like, why would I get? Listen to what I'm saying. Why would I have my wife tell me to pick up a camera, start recording my everyday life when it comes to this box truck thing, right? Have her go through the process of editing all of these videos, uploading them to YouTube for y'all, for the masses to see, just for me to get on here and talk negative. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. Like, I literally will not understand how someone can pick up their camera or their iPhone, whatever it is, hit that record button, talk negative, and upload that. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look, man, I already know. Let me talk to y'all for a minute, because I already know. Like, a lot of people are looking at getting into this box truck industry to change their lives, man. Like, maybe some things haven't worked out in the past, or maybe they have, but you're just looking for a change of scenery, a change of momentum, something else to jump into. This trucking industry has the potential to do that. I'm not one of those guys who have necessarily went out here and may had a $7,000, $5,000 week yet. That ain't me. I ain't had that yet. All right, I'm looking forward to it. But when it happens, don't worry. I'll let you know. And I'm gonna let you know how I did it. All right. Overall, man, we want somebody that we're all looking for somebody we can relate to. All right, man. I'm an everyday guy. Like I said, man, I used to run a moving company. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I was an owner operator similar to what I am right now. Right. I literally did all the heavy lifting with that job. I was on every job. I think I completed. I was a smaller moving company, but like I said, I did everything. I did everything myself with the help of guys that I hired. I actually hired a lot of maybe ex-classmates or people locally in the city. I was just trying to be. I just wanted to be that guy, that go-to guy. Oh man, you need somebody to move you. Oh man, call JJ. Oh, okay. Well, look, man, I did everything I could with that, man. But at some point, man, you just like, man, your body starts breaking down. And I'm fairly young, man. I'm only 29, but hey, my body was getting beat down, man. And, for those of y'all that don't know, man, I did play college ball, and I've had 2 reconstructive shoulder surgeries on both of my shoulders, and I've had broken ankles and all types of stuff, man. So I couldn't continue to do that without my body starting to fail me. But jobs before that, I've been in sales before. I worked at a gym. I worked at a couple call centers, but that stuff just wasn't for me, man. And I know there's somebody out there that feels that way, man. So it's just like, look, man, like I feel like I can relate to the everyday guy, the everyday woman out there who's just looking for that change of scenery. So that's why I'm positive. All right, look, man, people out here, you want to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for something to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? What I'm telling you is this: the box truck industry can change your life, but you have to be willing to change with it. I'm gonna say that again. The box truck industry can change your life, but you got to be willing to change with it. All right. Not to go off in a different direction here, but that's kind of like what I'm doing. I've had a guy. There was a guy that commented on the page the other day who said, I had somebody comment on the page asking me about, hey, can you make money? Can you really make money with Amazon? I answered back to them saying, yes, you can, but you have to be willing to change or change your destination or change where you're doing Amazon at if you really want to make money with it, right? So then I had a guy jump underneath that comment and say, nah, Amazon sucks. You can't make no money with it. And I was just like, I asked him, I was like, where are you located? Because I really wanted to know. And I figured in my mind, I was like, he's probably going to say he's in Texas. He's probably going to say he's like in Florida somewhere, or, some small town on the East Coast. And sure enough, he said he was in Dallas, Texas. Now, ideally, in your mind, you would think, man, Dallas, Texas, that's a big city. Amazon should be doing numbers down there. There's a lot of jobs down there, but historically speaking, from what I've seen in Dallas, there's a lot of jobs, but there's not, the rates aren't necessarily that high. But that's not just with Amazon. That's if you're doing OTR. You know what I mean? If you're just doing regular OTR and you hit the Dallas, Texas, if you go in the Texas area, they'll tell you, it's like, look, man, it's hard finding jobs. It's easy to find jobs going into Texas. It's hard to find jobs coming out of there, you know? So, and I haven't been in the game long enough to see if that changes throughout the year. I will be, you know, observing that throughout the year, so I'll be able to give you a different answer on that later. But it's like, that guy went on to say, he was like, man, I've been in the box truck game for a year, and I'm telling you, Amazon sucks in the Dallas area. He said, why would I do Amazon when I could get $3.50 a mile working out of the Midwest? I was like, I've literally been saying in the video that he commented on, I literally said in that video, you have to, and even in the comment before he commented, I was like, bro, you have to be willing to change locations. I said, if you're doing Amazon in the Midwest, you will easily find loads doing $3.50 a mile. I found a couple out there doing $4 or $5 a mile. It's like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, you have to be willing to filter out all the noise, because I think people just want to be negative just for the sake of being negative, because they want to stir the pot. I don't know, man. But like, whatever the case may be, I don't care. This is probably the last video that I'm even going to bring those people up, because it's like, I know if you watched the video, you would have gotten the answer to your own question, or you would have found an answer that would debunk all the negative stuff you just said, but you don't want to take the time to watch that. So anyways, man, yeah, why am I so positive? Because people need positivity. There's enough of that negative stuff out here. Here's the thing. When they say you have to be realistic, right? Or you have to be in the right mindset, or you have to take the good with the bad. The thing is, before you jump into a business, I think you've probably already evaluated the bad, right? I know I have. When I get into it, okay, so, you know, X, Y, and Z, there's this amount of bad stuff to it. There's bad stuff in every industry that you jump into. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter what industry you're thinking about. Like, there's always going to be a negative side to it. But if the positives outweigh the bad and you feel like you can do it, jump into the industry, man, and just make the best of it, right? But like I said, you have to be willing to think about why you jumped into it when those hard times hit. All right. Also, hey, man, huge shout out to them boys over there from Trucking and J's, man. We were in you know, we were recently in Jacksonville, man, and on the way back, you know, we bumped into them guys out there. $500, something like that.
He got trapped in a snowstorm, man.
Missouri, huh?
He got trapped in a snowstorm.
Yeah, I did get trapped in the snowstorm, though. But like, you know,
y'all got the professional setup.
Man, look, man, she been having that. Hey, look. Hey, you recording?
Yeah.
Hey, you see who we with? Trucking and Jays. We just got to talk about them boys, man. Hey, look, shout out to them, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be able to back my truck up the way I backed it.
You see what I just did?
You see what I just did? Now I backed up until I hit something.
Oh yeah, I like that. Until you hit something.
Hey, look, man, y'all got to stick together in this box truck community, man. I'm telling you, man, them boys been giving us enough of motivation that gave us inspiration to jump into the game. So, hey,
Y'all keep
appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate you, man. I like that video you had going to the different shippers and stuff too. You're looking for partners.
Yeah, man. You know, hey, man, I'm just trying to do something, man. Just trying to keep that money rolling.
Hey, that's all it's like. People trying to do that. Amazon, brokers, direct shippers, anything you need, and that will do.
Absolutely.
But that was awesome, you know, bumping into them, man. And that's the reason why you gotta stay strong and stay together in this box truck game, man, because you never know who you're gonna meet out there. So, you know, don't be afraid to say hey to people. Don't be afraid to you know, reach out to people, you know, ask questions like, hey man, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? Shout out to them, man. You know, it was a joy to see them. I saw Devin out there. I didn't see Nick the Quick. So Nick the Quick, I look forward to seeing you out there too. But you know, that was a joy to see him. Look forward to seeing them guys all the time. I think that's my third time seeing them on the move. But that time we was in Jacksonville, so that was a shocker. But yeah, man, hey, be on the lookout for the things we got coming. I look forward to working with you all. Like I said, man, if y'all got any questions, feel free to reach out. And what else? I think that's it. I'm about to sit out here for another, you know, probably hour and a half, see what pops up on this load board. If not, I got to go home and work on some things behind the scenes. But other than that, Y'all be blessed out there. Appreciate y'all tuning in with me once again. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Wow.